Chapter 6, Section 3, problem number 9. A random sample of size 121 is taken from a population in which the proportion with the characteristic of interest is p equals 0.47. Find the indicated probabilities. So to there, what we saw in this section was that sample proportions, like sample means, due to the central limit theorem, are randomly distributed random variables. And the random variables have, or that standard normal distribution for that random variable, the mean for a proportion is the same as the proportion. What's different, just like in the sample mean, so the sample proportion, standard deviation, has a different value, and this time it's the square root of PQ divided by N. And here we're going to have the square root of P equals 0.47, and Q was 1 minus that, 0.53, divided by the square root of all that over 121. That's going to wind up giving us 0.04537. Okay, so for our first one, A, so we have the probability listed there, but we're going to transform that to the standard normal from the general normal distribution that's there. So 0.45 minus 0.47, because you subtract off the mean and divide by the standard deviation. It's less than or equal to, this is going to be a z value now. 0.5 minus 0.474537. So this will be, okay, minus 0.44 is less than or equal to z, less than or equal to 0.66. So this will be the probability that z is less than or equal to 0.66 minus the probability that z is less than or equal to minus 0.44. We look these up in the table. We get 0.7454 minus 0.3300, or 0.4154 for A. Okay, so for B, we're looking at the probability greater than let's go ahead and we're going to do the probability. So that same point here was that for when we transformed our our value here, we were using this, and that's the same value we're going to be using here. Kind of handy. So that wound up being 0.66. In this case, the probability that z is greater than 0.66, which equals 1 minus the probability that z is less than 0.66, which is equal to 1 minus 0.7454, which equals 0.2546. So there are our two answers.